some books. Yeah, there's people I know that breed.
Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I am Scott. These are the inverts. Today we are having a look at an ant farm. Now bear with me, these ant farms are absolutely amazing. The technology these guys are doing with the ant farms is just absolutely incredible. No longer are they the old boring ones from kind of 20-30 years ago. These things look like they belong in a futuristic Star Wars film. Anyway, let's go check them out. So this is the actual ant nest itself. It was given to us by Caesar over at Ants HQ, and that's one of the reasons why I've waited since C's up until now to actually do a proper review, because if somebody gives you something to review and you do the review straight away, you can be really biased. So I didn't want that to happen, so I thought I wanted to have this for a few months, use it, put a colony of ants in there as well, which I have done. The Harpagnosus, Venator, Predator, primitive jumping ants are actually in here. If you've got these and use them regular, let me know down in those comments. So this actual nest, mqember nest, is actually 160 millimeters by 80 millimeters back by 140 millimeters tall. The whole enclosure itself has this like granulated almost substrate, which is supposed to make the ants feel more like at home. What I like is the fact that yes, it does make that floor feel a lot better, and a lot better for your ants. Now the top piece here does come off. I did actually drop this, and it's done all really well. This water bowl here, I've added that on myself. We've got the Ants HQ logo in the corner, and we have these holes that are plugged up, so we can unplug that. We can unplug that, and what that allows us to do is add an outworld, another one of these maybe, another full setup, maybe something else in their product range. It's pretty much down to you. The lid of this enclosure has this mesh. Now this mesh with its pins, that doesn't actually come on or off, it just stays like that. So it's not a feeding hatch, it just allows that ventilation to come in through here and up through the whole nest. Now this outworld, probably as you can see, is more used by these guys as a dumping ground for their feed. So these guys get live food in there, do the venators, and they come out, and when it's done, they just drop it here. I hardly ever see them here. But this is a blunt syringe, and we'll get onto that in just 1 second. But what I did want to do is show you something really boom. And now we can see directly into the ant's nest without disturbing them. And look at all these guys, they're just absolutely awesome. So we've just zoomed in on our venators, and to show you the lights turned on and everything, and look, these little guys are all around in their chambers. Now what is pretty cool is having these lights. We can kind of have an intimate relationship with the ants by going in and just looking at what they're doing. If anything's going on in there, we can see immediately. If there's any issues, we can also see immediately. Now this red frontage here actually comes off, which I think is even cooler, because now we have no coloration like we did before. We can actually see straight into the nest. It's probably advised that we don't do this very often. I wouldn't suggest putting the lights on every day either. Just do that maybe once or twice a week, just to check on your colony to make sure they're growing and doing what they should. But I think that is just an absolutely cool touch. Now this top piece is actually held on with magnets, as this glass piece is, and then this piece here actually slides over those like knobs there, and held on just like that. Absolutely awesome nest. Now these chambers being lit up, we can also just turn one or two off like so, and turn them all back on again pretty easily. I think that's pretty epic myself. But what is cool is on the side of this enclosure just here, If I turn the big light on now, boom, we have the light on again. And if I just turn this to the side, you should be able to see a little opening there. Now this is where it does get really cool, because the syringe, blunted syringe, so you're not going to hurt yourself. You fill it up with water, you go in from the side, you squeeze water in, and down in the bottom there is a water dish, and that fills up with the water that we squeeze in, and you can easily see it as well, so we know exactly when it's filled up. I've just put this extra one here in the top, just in case they come out of their outworld and out their actual nest and they want a bit of a drink up top, they can do as well. And I think for somebody just starting off in ants, worried about the escapees and stuff like that, I think this is a pretty good starting kit from Ants HQ. Really lucky to have been given it to me by those guys, but like I said, I did want to hold on to it and not do a review straight away because it could be biased. I wanted to have it and use it for several months first and see how I actually get on. If you can see anything wrong with this, if you're an experienced keeper, let me know down in those comments, because there could be something that I've missed and I'd really like to hear from you guys. I just think it's really good. It's not badly priced and it's just absolutely awesome. And these Venators that are in there are just absolutely amazing. Boom! So if you want to get your hands on one of these, go over to antshq.co.uk. Many thanks to those guys for giving me this one at the Southeast Arachnid show back at the beginning of the year. And like I said in the video, I wanted to hold on to this for a couple of months, get to know it, kind of see if there's any errors in it that I can see, just purely because I thought if I did that video back then, that video would then be really biased. If I did it, like receive it as a gift and then do a review on it in the next couple of days, because I was still buzzing from getting it, it's going to be a real biased video. So I wanted to spend some time with this enclosure to see if I could pick out any faults. The only fault really I can think of is maybe it could do with being a little bit bigger, but I am new to ant keeping, so please don't shoot me down for saying that. I am a very new guy to ants, a proper beginner. You guys that have been with ants for a long time might be able to help downstairs in the comments, in the description, to how you guys have got on with this or not got on with it, down in those comments as well. But again, a massive thank you to Caesar over at Ants HQ. If you want to know more about these ants and you're going to the Barnsley show, antshq.co.uk. Caesar from over there is actually going to be doing a presentation at that show all about ants, so please go and see him at the Barnsley show. Go check his talk out, it's going to be pretty epic. Again, many thanks to Caesar for sending this over for us to do a review. Again, if you want to send anything in to me to review, by all means get in contact, but please be mindful that I won't just be biased. I will show both sides of the story, both sides of any issues, so positives and negatives, if I can see either or. But many thanks to everybody that's watched. Again, let me know what you think down in those comments about this enclosure. Let me know if you keep ants, and the ant guys, I need you to help me out, because you guys have got far more experience than what I have got keeping with ants. So again, let me know what you think of these enclosures down in those comments. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button, because this journey literally has only just started. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.